everyone, it's Gypsy, and it's tea time with the Gypsy Witch. So grab your cups or your mugs and join me for a more serious video. As you can see, I'm not talking in my silly accent. I'm not in the mood to be silly. It's been a long time since I've uploaded a video, done a video, or even worked on my shop. In my previous videos, you probably noticed there was a cute little white dog sitting here behind me all the time. He crossed over to the spirit realm yesterday. His name was Snuggles. I called him Mr. Man a lot. He's, I'd say the last month of his life, particularly the last 2 weeks, he was suffering quite a bit. He had congestive heart failure. And it just seemed to come on all of a sudden. I thought he was getting better on Thursday. We left our home base of Quartzsite. As most of you know, we're nomads, Snuggles and I. And when we left Quartzsite on Thursday morning, he seemed fine. I stopped to pick up my mail, and I left him in the truck for a moment, and he started barking like he normally did when I leave the truck. And he wasn't really barking much or anything for a while, and I'd say like this past week he started to bark and act more like himself. So when I went to pick up my mail, he was barking. When I come back and I click the key fob to unlock the truck, he always, peeks out the window waiting for me with his tail wagging, and he did that. So I was all excited. He was getting better and everything. And we went from Quartzsite up to northern Arizona to stay with a friend. And on the way, we stopped at a rest stop. And when I took him to the dog area, he walked just a little bit and then just flopped down. By the time we got to our friend's house, he decided not to eat and stuff. And I had noticed that, I don't know, maybe Wednesday, Tuesday, a little tiny bit of swelling in his abdomen, not much. And I thought maybe, constipation, so I started treating him for that. Thursday afternoon, after we arrived at my friend's, he started to bloat up more and more. Friday, late afternoon, he couldn't lay down anymore. And I called the vet, and I'm on top. It was nighttime. By the time I realized he wasn't laying down at all, I thought maybe he just wanted to sit up. And I'm on top of this mountain. The nearest vet was an hour and a half away. And I called the emergency number, and I said, I can't get there till morning. Is there anything I could do to keep him comfortable? I told her the symptoms and stuff and what was going on. I did not really realize it was congestive heart failure. I thought, he was having constipation and was fatigued from it. But then when I explained the symptoms to her on the phone, she told me there's really no way I could keep him comfortable. So I sat up with him all Friday night into Thursday morning. Into Saturday morning. I had to prop pillows up around him so he could rest a little bit. He had to sleep sitting up. He didn't look like himself, and he wasn't acting like himself. So I left in the wee hours of the morning to take him to the emergency vet clinic. And she told me an infection prompted the congestive heart failure. She asked me if he had ever been diagnosed with a heart murmur. I said when he was a puppy, his vet back then told me there was a slight one and we'd keep an eye on it. But with traveling and stuff in different vets, not all of them mentioned it, and if they did, it was no big deal. And she told me what happens in these cases is there's some kind of cords or something in the heart where they can snap and break. And the dog, appears healthy and normal. It takes a while to take effect. But somehow Snuggles got an infection recently, and it sped things up with his heart. And she says in these cases it happens very suddenly. He was just playing with me a couple weeks ago, And she told me the best we could do was hospice care. Put him on certain medications, but she could not be certain how they would work. And she says he only has approximately a month to live, so there wouldn't be time to adjust. And I said, if we do the hospice care, will he ever be able to lay down and sleep comfortably? And she says, I can't even promise you he'd be able to lay down again. During the night on Friday, I talked to Mr. Man, Snuggles, about what we should do. I told him, honey, if you need to go, just go. It was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he seemed like he was ready to go. I thought he was going to die, but he stayed until morning. So, that's one of the reasons I haven't been working or doing my videos. It's because my dog needed my attention. And as you can see, the camera just froze. As you can notice, I don't look like myself. This demon is still in here, and I'm angry because it's been here 14 months. And although my dog loved being a nomad, this demon has made both of our lives miserable. In the last 14 months, my dog's life was frightening at times. This demon is attached to my right eye this morning and won't let go, so that's why my right eye is much smaller. So I've been dealing with that too. Anyways, I'm hoping to get back on a normal schedule with my work and my videos and stuff, because I need you to heal from my grief. That being said, I immediately felt Snuggles' presence when he left his body at the vets, and I looked down at him, and I didn't see him, but I knew where he was. That's how I work a lot, although I see spirits, I like to say semi-frequently. Not all the time like some do. It comes and goes. You know, I've seen my father walking through the woods, things like that. I've seen other spirits. I have seen spirit animals a lot. I see birds in the sky. I like to watch birds so I can tell which ones are in spirit and which ones are in the physical realm. I've seen a wolf, various other animals. This morning I woke up, and it was so hard because we have our morning routine, Snuggles and I, and it's much different now. It's very quiet in my trailer. No one to take care of anymore. So it's hard, but I was outside and I was putting out my awning, and I have these mesh screens to keep out the sun, and I was hanging those out, and I looked down and over, and there was Snuggles. So I got to see him for a brief moment. I'm hoping to see more of him. One of these days, I'll talk more on seeing spirits, animal spirits, familiars, things like that. I just can't do it right now. I just wanted to update everybody, do a little memoriam for my little man. I'm sorry, I'm crying. Anyways, I'm hoping to get back to normal. I forgot it. And John, I forgot what else I was going to say. My son John, I'm talking to, he's in spirit. Oh. That's another thing, Mom. You wanted to talk about that. Yeah, this time of the year is very hard for me. I don't celebrate Mother's Day anymore. I don't even want to hear about it. 7 years ago on May 11th, which was Mother's Day that year, John crossed over, my oldest son, John. So it's always been very hard for me. So he crossed over on Mother's Day, and yesterday on Beltane, Snuggles crossed over. So May 1st to May 11th are very difficult days for me. I don't know if there's a significance in the ones. Ones and twos are very prevalent for me, especially with grief and births. I should talk to a numerologist about that. I'm not a numerologist, so I wouldn't know. But anyways, it's a very difficult time for me. When I'm done with this video, his bowls are still on the floor and all his stuff is around. I'm going to pack it up, donate it, throw the things away that we've had for over a decade. But, oh, look at that. So nice. He did a paw print with his name. I don't know if you guys can see it with little hearts. I'm going to paint it and decorate it. I chose to have him cremated. They're going to take a lock of his hair and something else I forgot, and a nice wooden box with his name on it. So, thankfully, I'm very blessed for this. My dog died while I'm at a good friend's property. I'm boondocking there. So he's been very supportive and everything. I think if I had this happen while I was alone on the road, it would have been harder. So I'm going to be staying at my friend's until Snuggles' cremains are ready for me to pick up, and then move on. It's just very hard. I've never had. I love animals, and I'm very much into pets. Snuggles was the one dog I'm so spiritually connected with. We have such a strong connection. We couldn't stand to be without each other. I've never had that with an animal before. So it's really hard. But anyways, I just wanted to update everybody and do a little commemoration for my little Mr. Man. Now I'm going to get back to normal schedule stuff. So, everybody, I'll leave it there. Blessed be.